Hi and welcome back to my channel. So today I want to talk seats. So if you're familiar with my channel, you know I talk about the rally seat working very well off-road, but it's not really meant for touring and long distance. I'm getting ready for a very long distance ride and I'm looking for a touring seat. So I just came back from a 3,000 mile trip and I got this seat right before I left. So if you want to learn about what seat I bought and how it worked for me, stick around.
Dang, this looks like a cliff. I mean, this is a cliff. All right, I can do it. I can do it. Hang on, let me figure out which way we go. I think we stay, I don't know. Yeah, no big deal.
Okay, so I was searching for a long distance touring seat and I was steered toward two different companies. Russell Day Long was one and Seth Lamb was the other. Both of them are custom seat builders. They're both out of Northern California, and they kind of tell you the same thing. Send it to me, 6 months from now you'll get a seat, and they know exactly what you want. They do have some options of a ride-in, meaning you ride your bike in and you spend a day there and they custom build it for you. The thing is, I don't know what to tell them I need. I don't know. I ride on the stock seat and I don't know if it's too soft, if it's too hard. I don't know. I just know it's not very good. One of the issues that I have is it seemed like it slides you into the tank. So I compensated for that by putting the front part of the seat in the high and the back part in the low. And that fixed that some. So while I was looking and contemplating on seats, I ran across Wunderlich, a German company, and the first thing that caught my eye was, hey, they have a seat, the HP, that matched my bike. And that's great, but couldn't find much info on it. Kind of pricey. I think this was $600 and this was right at it. So it's a pricey seat, but I purchased it. It came in the day I was prepping my bike for my California trip. So without any experience with it, I slapped it on. And the first thing I'll tell you is I had it in the high position in the front and the low position in the back, because that's where I ran it. And I noticed that there was a gap, and I'll show you that gap. There seemed to be a gap here. And that kind of startled me as being odd or ugly. So I moved it to the high and high, and it did. It fixed that gap issue. So I left my 3,000 mile ride with the seat in the high and the high. And first day I did 1,100 miles. The seat was great. Right off the bat, I could tell it's a little wider here and a little bit wider in the front. So what I found is I'm 6'1", and when I stopped, I was a little more tippy-toed than I like, and that wasn't normal, and that's because of this being wider. Now they did correct. There's a little piece of material here. This fills that gap that's typically between the gas tank and the seat. This filled that, so that looked good. And this being a little wider, it's got a little bit of a dip, if you can kind of see that, and then a little bit of a backrest, so the seat was really comfortable. I wanted to give it a true test, so I rode all 3,000 miles with it in the high and high, and I'm going to show you how it fits, and it fits very well, just like this. And I was super pleased with it. Each day I spent about 14 to 15 hours on the bike and no complaints out of the seat. When I got home, I was cleaning the bike up and I decided to try it in the low and low. So I moved both of them to the low settings, and again came back to that little bit of a gap, but I was touching the ground much better, and now I've ridden it now 2 or 3 weekends, and I can say that I really like it. My wife has not ridden on this, so I can tell you that it is bigger, and we're going to measure that and take a look, but overall I'm going to tell you it's been a great seat and stylish. So that was a plus. So let's take a look at the differences between the two seats. Okay, so measuring across this seat, I'm gonna call it 14 inches on the widest point. And then up front, let's call it 10 across the front. So let's see how that compares to the stock. Stock is about 9 and 13, so inch wider on both. So that is the difference, and it's not just in my head. Now the rears. So widest point in this one, probably 13. Yeah, about the same. And then the seating part, it's 11. Okay, so the rears are about the same. My wife has never been a fan of this. It just wasn't much. I will find out later what she thinks of this one, and we'll see. Let's see how they look on the bike. So you can see I've got a gap here, and that's with the seat in the low and low. But you can also see it fills this gap, so there's no big gap there. That I really like. So now we'll see what it's like in the high and high. Okay, so with this in the high, you can see it fills that gap better. But for me, the gap didn't make a difference. I was much more comfortable with it in the low and the low. Okay, there you have it. If you're interested, look at Wunderlich or wunderlichamerica.com. I'll put the website up, where to go. They had it in stock. Shipping was quick, and I tell you, it fit my bill for comfort on a 3,000-mile trip. So it's what I'll use for the Iron Butt Rally for next year. So fit my bill, a little pricey, but very good. So hope you got something out of the video. If you haven't already, please like and subscribe to my channel. Hit the bell so you'll be notified next time a video comes out. All right, thanks. Have a great day. Be safe.